John Liquidator coming back with another video. So it looked like Browns defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz has officially resigned, and he's up out of there, dog. For this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. So it looked like news is starting to come out the city of Cleveland. News that we kind of already should have seen coming. Many people in the Cleveland media was trying to push the narrative that Jim Schwartz was going to stay and all this and that. Man, I had heard that he said screw everybody. He don't want nothing to do with the Browns, and it looked like what we heard over here was true. He is up out of there, dog. It's the hottest story as of right now. The news just broke maybe 5 to 10 minutes ago, and actually Mary Kay was the one who actually broke this story. Now, is on NFL Underdog. Adam Schefter, everybody's talking about this. This, like I stated, this should come as no surprise to no one. I don't know, bruh. I don't know, but he kind of should have known that he wasn't gonna get the job, bruh. So Mary Kay stated, Browns defense coordinator Jim Schwartz has resigned. The league source tells Cleveland.com. Browns will begin interviewing replacement soon for Jim Schwartz, who has resigned. Now, my next question will be is how, like, cause they still got to pay him. He's still paid. I mean, he's still he's still under contract, bruh. He's definitely still under contract. Another one said, another change in Cleveland, Jim Schwartz has resigned as the Browns defense coordinator, sources tell the Insider. Yeah, guys. Now, Myles Garrett was named Defensive Player of the Year, and now in that speech, which was a wonderful, great speech, I shared it on my X account. He actually gave high praise to the coaching staff in Cleveland. Very, very high praise, man. Jim Schwartz wasn't happy about not getting the Browns head coaching job. Cleveland hoped cooler heads will prevail, and he'd remain in. He walks away, and Todd Monken must find a new DC. Wow. Browns defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz is resigning, sources tell. After discussion with head coach Todd Monken, leaves Cleveland with the expectation he won't coach this season. Now, many people was also saying that he actually might sit out and might not get another job because he is still under contract, which is crazy to me. Now, something I want to show you guys is kind of like how we got here. How did we get here to this moment? I want to show y'all a video that I did last week, kind of breaking this down and how we got to this moment. Oh my God, bro. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, John Liquidator, coming back with even more breaking news. And to me, this news is bigger than them hiring Todd Monken, bruh. So, Browns defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz was told the news that he will not be getting the head coaching job, walks into the office, tells Jimmy HASLAM, D. HASLAM, to go screw themselves, allegedly, and put up the you know what, and told them people to go screw themselves. I quit. That is the word that is coming out of Cleveland right now. Multiple people were saying that he started addressing members of the staff and letting them know he will no longer be the defensive coordinator moving forward. Bruh, in all my years of covering sports, I ain't never seen no shit like this. Bruh, I have never, ever, bruh, I can't even go get no lunch, bruh. I can't even go get no lunch. That's a DoorDash. God. And for those of y'all who think I'm lying, hell no, I ain't lying. I ain't lying. Bruh, this has to be the most entertaining coaching hire in NFL history, bro. This has completely turned into the young of the restless. The bold is beautiful. It states Jim Schwartz has in fact told members of the Browns essentially to go screw themselves after being passed over for the head coaching job. The Schwartz element was the biggest hurdle faced in its long and a complicated search, and it's now blowing back in their faces. Bruh, That is the reports that is currently coming out of Cleveland. Now, I know, like, we had to report on all the news that was happening in Cleveland, and somebody made a post the other day that dawned on me, and that post said, well, John, you know what, bruh? If that was going to hire Jim Schwartz to be the coach, that would have immediately made him the interim head coach. The interim head coach after they got rid of. I mean, before the end of the season, when Kevin Stefanski was getting fired, because everybody knew that Kevin was getting fired. Jordan Show said the Jim Schwartz situation with the Browns, per sources, Schwartz is expected to get the head coaching job, especially after Grant Udinski. No, this isn't the right post that I'm looking for. Okay, yeah, no, it is. It said Schwartz was expected to get the head coaching job, especially after Grant Udinski dropped out. When informed this morning that the job was going to Todd Monken, Schwartz told goodbye to a few people and angrily told others he was done with the Browns. For several players, including Myles Garrett, have a strong affinity for Schwartz. It will be worth watching how many players react to all of this. Schwartz is under contract with the Browns, so he can't just leave. But as one source put it, if it has to get ugly, Schwartz is someone who will get perfectly fine making it ugly. Damn, another source said, according to NFL insider Tom Pelot, Jim Schwartz was visibly upset after the decision to pass and told coaches he's not coming back. Now, this is what some of the media people in Cleveland saying, bro. Jim Schwartz said, fuck yeah.
This is from Tom Pelissaro. After the Browns informed D.C. Jim Schwartz this morning they were passing over him to hire Todd Monken, Schwartz was visibly upset, said goodbyes in the building, told the other coaches he's not coming back.
Of course.
Sources tell the insiders.
Why would Jim Schwartz come back to this? If he could be the defensive coordinator in Buffalo or San Francisco, or obviously he feels like, and a lot of coaches have said this about the Haslams, that he was misled. He feels like he thought he was going to be the head coach, Emmett. And
yeah. I think he knew he was behind Shieldhouse, but I bet you he thought he was in front of Monken. I guarantee you he was like, okay, maybe they want this young guy. He's been in the league. He understands. I think he was like, okay, I know I'm at least second. And then when they decided to hire Monken, I totally understand. Now we got to find a new defensive coordinator.
The chips is falling. Not only do you got to find a new defense coordinator, y'all defense, Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, all these guys had a strong connection with Jim Schwartz, bro. Jim Schwartz finna cherry pick the
Browns
roster.
clearly didn't care if Jim Schwartz was coming back, Andy, because they hired the other guy. Let's just be honest about that.
Oh, I don't know. They
would have liked him to come back, but if they really wanted him to come back, they would have hired him. I've been saying that for weeks. If it's a big deal, then hire him. And if it's not a big deal, go hire somebody else. It's not that big of a deal for them.
I don't know. Maybe you were on the edge. Maybe they were trying to figure it out. Maybe it was 51-49. They were trying to figure out how they wanted to go with this. And at the end, maybe just one little thing that Todd Monken did maybe said, you know what, we're going to go with Monken on this, and then we'll see if we can hang on to Schwartz.
So then again, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? We'll see if we can. But
now, they kind of mad at Cleveland, man. They definitely kind of mad. A lot of these guys are mad about Jim Schwartz leaving. Look at this dude face. He hella mad too.
If I'm Todd Monken, I'd rather he go. Think about the potential for divided loyalty in the locker room, offense versus defense. When you've made it clear that Schwartz was either number 2 or number 3, you're going to have certain players align with Schwartz, other players align with Monken. It's going to be harder for Monken to get his message across. He's far better off finding a good defensive coordinator to replace Schwartz. And by picking Monken over Schwartz, it could be an implicit acknowledgement by ownership that it's not about the scheme, it's about the players. So we'll find someone else to come draw up the plays. But we've got Myles Garrett, Carson Washington, Denzel Ward, plenty of other competent players. Will still be a very good defense. But you can't deny Schwartz's results. In 2023, they were the number 1 defense based on yards allowed in the league. And this year they were second, only 1 yard per game behind the Houston Texans. So Schwartz has done a very good job, and I'm surprised he hasn't gotten more head coaching interviews over the past 7 or 8 years. He He was the coordinator of the Eagles defense when they won the Super Bowl in 2017. He got 2 interviews. The year the Browns were the top defense, he got 0. This year he got 2, the Ravens and the Browns. So I think it's better. If you're going to pick Monken, it's better off for Schwartz to go. And the Browns, by making the decision to hire Monken, are prioritizing the belief that the offense needs to be fixed.
So that was in Cleveland today, man. As y'all see, now Mary Kay did react to all of this. Y'all know she got to put her 2 cents in. So Mary Kay released this article, man. She stated DC Jim Schwartz is upset he got passed over for the head coach job and doesn't plan to stay here under new head coach Todd Monken. Sources have told me that Monken has been open to keeping him. So whatever the case is, Cleveland Browns ownership did not talk to the media in Cleveland. I wonder why. That's kind of weird to me, but teach his own. You know, Jim Schwartz. He said, y'all, I'm going to hell with y'all, bro. I'm sick of this shit. Get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this one, man. Keep the bells on. And y'all, I'm going to go give me some lunch, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the last couple hours, man. I've been staying on top of all of this. I'm going to go give me some lunch, and I'll be back later on today. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.